everyone. Welcome everyone. So I would be your host today as regard the UPWORK class for beginners. So I think I would like to start with yesterday we talked about a few things. For those of you in the class yesterday, we were able to talk about the niche that you need to go into. The niche that you need to go into to be able to do freelancing in UPWORK. So I would like to make it simple. I would like to make it simple for everyone to understand. And like I said, this class is for beginners. I'll start by saying that if you want to be able to offer your service in UPWORK, so we'll start with your profile. Your profile is very important. How do I mean? You need a high resolution profile, which I would like to show you for an example. I would be sharing my screen for all of you to understand what I want to say. Okay. Okay, so okay, so I will share my screen a little bit later, but I will start saying that if you want to be able to work previously, we'll start by saying that your profile picture needs to be high resolution. What I mean by that is, if before a client will hire you, they need to be able to know that they would like probably choose someone that is smiling, someone that is like, what I mean is that you can't just put a picture on your profile without any form of like smiling or proper professional pics. This is the first thing your client wants to see. Before a client will hire you on UPWORK, your picture needs to be acceptable. It needs to be acceptable and it needs to be appealing. What can you do? If you do not have a very headshot professional picture, you can maybe go to a photo studio and take a very professional picture with a good clothing. I repeat, if your picture is looking like a throwback picture, the client will not open your profile. He will not click on your proposal. He will not entertain any meeting with you. So that is actually very important. And moving on from that, you need to understand that your title on UPWORK is also one of the most important key. You need to have a title that appeals for what you know. And your title must also have a keyword. What do I mean by keyword? For example, you are a data analyst. You want to become a data analyst as a freelancer on UPWORK, in Indeed and the rest of and Top Total as well. What do you need to do? If someone comes to UPWORK to hire a freelancer for his project, let's say on data analysis, what do? They will search and do what they call general invite for people that they want to bid on the job. And how would the client be able to find you? Your title must have a keyword. If your title has no keyword, you will not be invited. Can someone hear me?
You are very loud and clear. Just proceed, please.
Okay. Yes. So now, yeah. So your title needs to be clear for what you understand how to do. You cannot say, for example, that you're a social media manager and I am the client and I'm trying to find someone that will handle my social media project. What do? I go to Upwork. There's Upwork for clients. There's Upwork for freelancers like you and I. Once I go there, I will create that project. Let's say I'm saying that this project would be for $10 per hour, and I want a freelancer to be able to work for me 40 hours a week. The first thing I need to do is to create that project and push it on the timeline of Upwork. The second one I can be able to do is also to be able to invite freelancers. I think that they have the knowledge to be able to get that job done. And if your title does not have a keyword, when I search, I will not be able to see Patrick. When I search, I will not be able to see Solomon. When I search, I will not be able to see Femi. But if your title has a keyword on your title, once I click on it, on the first page of freelancers, your profile would appear. And that way, the client can be able to invite you to come and submit a proposal. So you stand a chance because the client finds you worthy to be able to invite you. So you cannot have a crowded title. For example, you say you are a data analyst, you are a digital marketer, you are a social media, you're this one. It won't work. You need to have a niche, and that niche is social media manager, and that niche, data analyst, and that niche is that you are a digital marketer, and that niche is that you are a property manager. And make no mistake, all these niche are under virtual assistant. If you're a web developer, video editor, UI UX design, and the host of them, you need to be able to understand that. You need to be able to understand that for, hello? Am I audible enough?
Yes, you are.
Please proceed.
Okay, so.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. So for you to be able to do that, you need to have a good title. In Upwork, I function as a web developer, a property manager, and also as a researcher. So I have 3 profiles. In my first profile, I'm a web developer. What do? I say that I am so person, I am so person. I have 4 years experience developing websites. And I have experience with WordPress, Wiz, Shopify, CSS, and HTML. So when a client wants me to design a website, they invite me. I go there and bid for that job. And I will say, I'm a freelancer from Lagos, and my name is so person. I've done so website, I've done so website. You would attach a link of your previous job. You can call that portfolio. Then when the client reads your proposal, like, okay, this person seems interesting. And what does the client do? He first view your profile picture. That is very, very important. If you do not have a profile picture that works, you will not be hired. If your picture is looking like a throwback, it won't work. And this is the importance of profile picture. That is your resume, like that is who you are. Your face is who you are before your name. So moving forward, in left side of Upwork, there's what they call meet. There's what they call meet Rosemary. For example, your name is Rosemary.
You're muted.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Please give instruction for everyone to mute themselves so that I will not mistakenly mute you. So that's this. I'm trying to mute everyone to avoid distraction.
Okay, please, can everyone try to mute himself or herself so that we can be able to, so that you can be able to hear me louder?
We cannot hear you anymore. Please unmute yourself.
Okay, so can you hear me now?
Yes, it's cool now.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that...
Excuse me, please. Some people will join in the next 10 minutes. Give them instruction to mute themselves. Okay, because more people are coming in. Please, thank you.
Okay, so then moving forward to what I was saying, I would like to share my screen. I think this is very important for me so that I can be able to show you the practical example of what you need to do. I think what I'm saying now is theory. If I'm not able to show you how exactly you can be able to do that and the importance of showing you what I'm doing, some of you might not be able to understand what I'm saying exactly. So this is important that I share. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Oh God. Who is this person? Can everyone?
Please unmute yourself again. I have to mute everyone. If I'm searching for them one by one, it takes a long time. So I will just mute all. Then you can unmute yourself, please.
I've been able to do that.
Thank you.
So, so I would like to show you an example. This is someone Upwork that I'm working on. And as you can see, I'll start. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes. Well, it's small.
Okay.
Maybe you can teach us how to zoom it.
How are you able to do that? You can just watch the video or something. I think that is what you can be able to. I don't think you can be able to zoom it a little bit.
For me, it's okay. I think some people might have that issue. That's why you just announce you zoom it by themselves to their test based on their devices.
Okay, so if you're watching my screen, you can try to zoom. You can try to zoom this screen so that you can be able to see exactly what I'm trying to show you. Please, if you're watching, you can do that. We are starting. I want to start from the scratch. Please, if you're just joining, please pay attention to what I'm about to say. Let's say I'm looking for a researcher. Okay, so we're here, and as you can see, this person, okay, this person, I'm looking for a researcher to work on my project. So this person is Loretta, and Loretta is a UX researcher and is based in the United States. His hourly rate is just $55 per hour. So, and I'm going to her profile. If some of you can see the picture she has got. You can see she's smiling, and you can see that this is a professional picture for a woman. So you can see she has 100% job success.
You start talking.
Success rate. Moving forward, this is a keyword. This is what means the keyword. This is a keyword, qualitative UX researcher. And this is what she does. This is your title. This is your title here. And as you can see, she's likely to be hired over 35 times in a week. It's boldly written here, and she has earned over $10,000 in Upwork, just doing 4 jobs, and she has done 363 hours totally. So if you're just about opening your Upwork, pay attention to this. Number 1, I said your profile picture. Number 2 is your title. And number 3 is here. A little bit about yourself. You need to understand that what you write here is why the client will want to open your proposal. And once client open your proposal, your chances of being hired triples to about 90%. So now she says, upcoming was for three plus years. I have a go-getter mentality and I put dedication to everything I do. And I put dedication to everything. Can you see my screen? Can you guys still see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can. Yes.
Yeah, so Loretta is saying that she's
yes, sir.
Yes, so she can see, he said, I'm a go-getter. I put dedication into everything I do. I found a passion for researching while I was obtaining my MA degree abroad. This is something rewarding and exciting when you are doing explanatory research. As cheesy as it sounds, then look at this. Look at this. She tried to be a little bit funny. She says, as cheesy as this may sound, if I am the client, I would like to say, okay, let me try Loretta. I think she's good. And she comes here, she says, on top of my research skill, I have recruit and schedule, transcribe interview, moderate interview, edit and proofread. Remember, you see this edit and proofread is a niche, is a niche. If you know how to proofread, you earn money on Upwork. I'll see show you that later. Now, she does what they call a survey plan, survey program. He said, if you want someone who has the drive and the motivation to bring a game to the project, then I am your girl. So she's direct. She's not talking about herself. She's talking about what she can do for me. And this is why I would like to give her a chance to be on my project. And she goes further to say, the goal is to bring quality work where both parties are more than satisfied. And she's not done. She went further to say, I can help you with your project right away in the less than 24 hours. I can work in any time zone, preferably EST and CET. In Nigeria, you are in GMT. And it goes on to say, I look forward to working with you. And you can see what she has been able to do. And she has earned over $900 just 38 hours. It is not even up to 3 days, and she has earned this money. So this is what your title can do for you. This is it. And if you come here, when you're opening your Upwork, make sure you say that hours per week. As a new freelancer, make sure you say that you are available for more than 30 hours a week. This person says, Loretta says she's available for less than 30 hours a week. And do you know why she's saying that? We don't know. We don't know whether she's busy. We don't know whether she's working on a project. We don't know whether she's but we don't know whether she's traveling. We don't know whether she's on leave. We don't know whether she's on vacation. And she says, I'm available for less than 30 hours a week. So if a client comes here and the client is looking for someone that can do 40 hours, he will not be able to give Loretta a chance. Do you understand? Now, moving forward to this place, there's this word, look at this, English native and bilingual. This particular place, when I joined Upwork New, I spent over 2 months not knowing how to do this. This particular place, I kept on buying connects, bidding for projects. I don't get a response. So I went on to check. I see that most clients on Upwork are looking for a native English speaker. But because we live in Nigeria, we feel like we are not a native English speaker, but that's not true. From primary school to secondary school to the university level, all we do is speak English all our life. So you have a right to say that you are a native English speaker, and you can also say you are bilingual. And this person understands a bit of Dutch and basic French. So this is not for you, except you are offering service as a translator. I have a girl in Abuja. She's a translator. She translates French to English. And the last time I checked, she has earned over, I think, $6,000 a little bit. And she has been in Upwork since December last year. All she does is translate for people. It translates working documents. It translates everything you want her to translate. And she can make money just being a translator. Now, this is the part you also need to understand. When you join Upwork, you definitely verify your ID. How will you verify this ID? You only verify this ID if you get a contract. If you have not gotten a contract, you cannot be able to verify your ID. So to verify your ID early enough, so that client can say that you are a verified client, a verified freelancer, what do you need to do? You need to be able to bid for smaller contract. When you go to Upwork, you see jobs that say, I'm looking for someone to type for me, and I'm only paying $5. Please, if you're a new freelancer on Upwork, rush that job. And this is what you stand to gain if you get a contract. You will do that immediately you get a contract, and the client sends a contract. Upwork will notify you to verify your ID. This blue badge you see on IG or also on Facebook is what you have as well. And this is what this person have. You can see Loretta has a badge. You can see this freelancer identity has been verified through a government ID check and a visual verification. You will see their verified name if you enter a contract together. So without this, client might be thinking, do I know this person? How can I trust her? Or something like that. So it is important that when you join Upwork New, even if it's possible, do a free job. If you see a client that says, I want you to do something for me for $20, tell the client, please, can I do it for $10? I'll be able to do it right away. And the client say, oh, that's nice, go ahead. You start doing it. Within 2 hours or a day, you're done. The client pays you and come here to give you something like this. This is what the client will give you. The client gives you a 5-star rating. It says, Loretta was a pleasure to work with. And if you get a chance to hire her for your market research and UX project, do it. Her effort on my projects enhanced the client deliverably, and I look forward to working with her again. And she earned just over $954 for $25 per hour and 38 hours total. And when a client gives you something like this, if you get like 4 persons that can give you something like this 5-star rating and something like this This is what Upwork will reward you with. Let me show you. Upwork will reward you for something they call job success, 100%. You can see the percentage of these freelancer jobs that resulted in a great client experience. If you get something like this, there are chances that every week you will have a job to do. You will have something like this. If you look at my mouse, you will see that she's likely to be hired soon. She was recently invited 35 times, and that is a week. Because sometimes in a day, I can get up to 4 invites, and I look at the job, I don't like it, I don't do it, I don't bid, I ignore it. But this is what this will do for you. It will make people to hire you often. So moving forward, please pay attention to these particular 3 things I mentioned: your profile, your title, and what you do for the client. This is like your resume. Upwork is not where you upload your CV or anything. This is you here. This is your online resume. This is your online everything. So you need to be able to write something that's catchy, and please be able to say what you can do. Don't say that you're a web developer when you are just a data analyst. If you get the job, what will happen is that if you get the job, if you do not do it well, the client will come here and write something for you. The client will come here and write something for you and say, oh, so person didn't do a good job for me. I don't recommend her to work for anybody, blah, 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 blah. And that's it. And it will come here. If the client writes something like this, it will come here to affect your job success. Instead of having 100%, you'll probably have like 10 job success. And in all sincerity, it will be difficult for you to get a job. I said that yesterday. You can see that she studied in the University of Freiburg. Then she studied in San Francisco State University. If you study in the University of Lagos, you can add yours. If you're not into university, if you're not in the university yet, it doesn't matter. Upwork is not looking at this. Clients are not looking at whether you study in the University of Port Harcourt or you study in the University of Bayelsa or whatever you study. They don't care. What they care is, can you do the job they want you to do for them? And this is this particular place. Please, you see this place now. This place is extremely very important again. This is what they call testimonial. This is what is called testimonial. What this does is, it is you that will find who will write this for you. This particular place now. And how can you do that? What you need to do is this. If you have someone on LinkedIn, if you do not have a LinkedIn, please go and open a LinkedIn and revamp it. Make it professional. The same picture you have in Upwork, take it and go and put in LinkedIn. Because LinkedIn has over more than 1 million jobs. LinkedIn posts about over 100,000 jobs every day. And if you're on LinkedIn, you will be able to see it. LinkedIn is also just like Upwork. But this is how this is connected between LinkedIn and Upwork. For someone to write this for you, for example, now, you're working with SpreaderNet. Before SpreaderNet will give you a review that you have worked for them, SpreaderNet must be on LinkedIn. When you come here and click that you want to, let me show you live so that I don't make it. Let me just show you what I want to say live. I'll show you practical aspect of it so that you understand. Let me go to her profile. Let me go to her profile. And this freelancer joined I think Upwork two weeks ago. And that she's already, I think she's verified already. So you can see, Please give it a moment. It's, okay, and this is this person. She's based in Port Harcourt. I'm still working on her profile, and you can see she has done a small tax, and she earned only $3. This is what I was speaking about a few minutes ago. This gave her a 5-star rating, and she did a small job for this client, and the client said, always provide quality work, very detailed and professional. Thank you very much, highly recommended. You can see that she's verified already, and she has completed 1 job. The more you get jobs, the more the job will appear here, work history. But this is not what I want to show you. What I want to show you is this. You want to request a testimonial, you can click here. You can see, if you're looking at your screen, you can see request a client testimonial. What you do is that you go and put the name of the person writing that for you. Let's say I'm putting Femi here. Femi. Abba. What you do is you put the person's emails here. You can say Femi at gmail.com or at Yahoo or at business name. So this is where it is important. You go to LinkedIn and copy that person's profile. You go to LinkedIn here. This is LinkedIn. You come here and copy that person's profile here like this. You copy it, then you come here and paste it here. When you paste it, you go down. You put the person's title. If the person is the HR or the owner of the company or is a project manager and all of that, you can put it here, but it is optional. You can choose to ignore it or the project type. And this is what the person will type here. The person will type, for example, Femi worked with me and blah, 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 blah. Then you click here, request testimonial. When you click here, Upwork will take this thing that you filled up and go and contact Femi and tell Femi that Mrs. Oge wants you to write that for her. She worked for you. Femi will now write something. Upwork will carry it. Upwork will carry that thing and come and paste somewhere here. It is called endorsement from past clients. Are you guys following?
Yes, we are following.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yes, sir, we are following, sir.
We're following, sir.
Okay, so you can see that this particular place is important. This helps to, since you don't have a job yet and you just joined Upwork, this is helping to show that you have actually worked for someone before. And please, if you're going to request for a testimonial, request for a testimonial that is in line with your niche. If you're a web developer, let it be that you have worked for that person as a web developer. If you are a data analyst, let it be that you've worked for the person as a data analyst. If you are a researcher, please let it be your line. Client, they check all these things one after the other before they offer you a job. And the job they are offering you is like a real-time job. The only difference is that you're working virtual. That's the only difference. And that is why you are called a virtual assistant. Moving forward, you can see that here is where they say certification. This place, by the end of this class, I think what you should do is you can go to Google and type I think Google for Africa. I think I'll be able to share a link later or something. If you'll be able to type that in, you can see free courses on digital marketing, virtual assistant, customer management, this one and that one. You can be able to find it there. And what will you do? It's a free course. The only thing they require from you is to have time to attend the class. It's a recorded class. You watch the video and take a little bit of a task. By the end of that task, they will be able to award you a certificate. And I tell you, that certificate is very, very important. It is more like your BSc degree because it's the line with your niche. If you're a web developer, you should have a certified certificate that shows that you're a web developer. If you're a digital marketer, you can go to, if you're a digital marketer, you can check out something like SEMrush. You can check out something like SEMrush, and you can be able to find out that they have courses that you can take. Although some courses are like $3,000, $2,000, some are as much as $49, some are just $10, some are $5. But I tell you, it's worth it. If you have the money, please pay and get the certificate. Do you understand? So, and also, if you're on LinkedIn, LinkedIn offer free certificate on customer service. I have it too. They offer that certificate. You can just take it free. In the less than 4 hours, you have a certificate that says that Ms. Chidima is a certified. Sorry, before that noise came. A digital marketer or a customer service. They have those free certificates on LinkedIn. Google for Africa, they have it. When I'm not doing anything, what I do is that I check for free short courses online. They will always give you a certificate at the end of the day. Just go on with the task. Watch the video so that you understand what they are saying. At the end of the day, you carry that certificate and come here and add it manually, or you can import that certificate from Kedley. UPWORK partner with these people. He said, listing your certificate can help prove that you have specific knowledge or ability, and it is 10%. It is 10%. So for you to have 100% profile, for you to have 100% profile complete, you must be able to add something here. Just add it, anything. You can also upload your BSc degree. You can also be able to upload that. But I recommend that you go for short courses as well. So here, moving forward, you can see what they call employment history. You can see she has worked in Keystone Bank. She was once a student lecturer, College of Education, NYC, and she was also a personal assistant, Fashion Academy, and she was doing this one in 2001, 2021, 2016, 2015. You can see, you can add up to 10 or 5 as well. So, and currently, she also has experience as a cashier officer for Globus Bank. You can see that as well. So you can be able to add your past experience on UPWORK. You can be able to do that. And this is where here, if you're looking at your screen, you can be able to have what they say, add your portfolio. And it is 20% for you. Talent who add their portfolio to their profile are most likely to win work. This win work is project. So you need to understand this part that you need to add a portfolio. And you can add a portfolio, for example, you have worked for someone like, you can add, if you have done a project in school and you still have your project that you have done in school, you can add it here. It's a project. You can add it also. And if you have been able to design website for someone, you can add it here. If you are an event manager, for example, event manager is a big is a niche as well. So if you're an event manager and you have done some bit of event stuff, you can just take that a little bit of what you have done, a wedding planning, a sketch, and this you can just add it to your portfolio. When clients come to your profile, they would likely say that you have done a project before, and that will boost your chances to win project also. So, and I said that you can have 3 profiles. You can see this is all work. Data entry, she's a data entry also, and you can see virtual assistant, data entry specialist, and $5 per hour. You can see that she is offering an accounting service. You can see that she's charging $5 per hour. Then this is our main profile, customer support specialist and bookkeeping expert. This is for those who did accounting or those who have worked in the store before and that they can keep record. This is for you. It's a big niche on Upwork. People will hire you to manage their store online also. So, and then one more thing. You see this video introduction here. If you click on it, you see, you will say, meet this person. Meet this person. This is the most important aspect of your profile. Clients want to see you talking. They want to see what you have to say. And how will you be able to do that? You cannot upload video directly to Upwork. No, it's not possible. You will upload it on YouTube. You copy that link and paste it here. You can see where they say YouTube, link to your YouTube video. When you post it here, you say type of video. Visual sample of my work, me talking about my skill and experience, or something else. When you upload it here, it will be here on your profile. It will be here on your profile. In that way, when clients check your profile, they will be able to see that this person is talking about banking. This person is talking about bookkeeping expert. This person says, "Oh, my name is Obina, and I'm a virtual assistant, and I've been working for 5 years. I've been able to work for Konga as a customer rep, and I worked there for 3 years. I won the best employee or something." Then moving forward, you can say that, "Oh, I've worked with Jumia." You can say that you have worked with Lagos State government. You can say that you have worked with Ogun State government. You just need to give them something that you have experience doing. And when you talk about that, client will be able to meet you. How do you meet people? You meet them by them talking to you. And this is how you're meeting me right now, because you're hearing me and I'm also listening to you, then we are meeting each other and I'm talking. You can be able to say, this person is doing something. This is also how clients can be able to be convinced to hire you. The next thing client will do is, after checking your profile, they can go and schedule a Zoom meeting. This is face-to-face video meeting. The client would like to meet you. If you say you're a digital marketer, the client will say, "Hi, tell me about yourself." Or be like, "Okay, I'm a digital marketer. I've been working as a digital marketer for the last 4 years. I've been able to do this for this blog." You mention some blog, mention some people you have been able to work for. In that way, the client will say, "Okay." The next thing client will ask you is, what tools do you use in doing your digital marketing? This is very, very important. You can tell the client that you have been using SEMrush. You can also tell the client that you'll be using what they call Ahref. Those are softwares you can use to do digital marketing. Those are software you can use to find what they call keywords for your business, for your blog, for anything you're looking about. You can find it in SEMrush. And this is how you can also be able to find what your competitors are doing. If I want to be able to find out what Jumia is doing and I'm working in Conga, I'll go to SEMrush. I'll put Jumia on that SEMrush. I'll be able to see what they've been doing, how they are building their backlink, how they are building their keyword. You can build new keywords that can make your market go viral. So that when people search something, for example, when people search organic and they see this Amaka organic, that is what keyword will be able to do for you. It will take you to the first page of Google, so that when people search for you, they'll be able to find you easily without stress. And that will translate for you, selling your business and your business going viral. So you must understand all that little things you need to do. If you do not do them, you will find it very difficult to get hired. And while you're doing that, you must be intentional with your approach. You can see this picture. I condemned this picture. I told this person that this picture is okay, but I don't like it. I need you to take more professional picture. And she says, okay. You can see, for you to be able to own this thing, it said available now, available now. If this thing is not on, noun is off. If this thing is not on, they will not be able to find you on Upwork. You can only be able to bid for jobs only, but people cannot be able to invite you because you are unavailable. And for you to own this thing on Upwork, you can use SysConnect to be able to own it. So, and I would like to show you something. I would like to show you how you can bid jobs, how you can see jobs to bid and everything. Look at this. We have a data entry for website to application on Quiz Engine. You can see that the client budget is $200. This is what they call fixed price. This price is fixed. It's not hourly job. And the client posted it 1 hour ago. This client has spent $400 on Upwork, and the client is from Canada. If you want to bid on this job, you can just click on it. When you click on it this way, the job will appear this way. When it appears, make sure you read what the client is asking. The client said, this will require you taking question from a Word or PDF and entering the information in Excel. This is the multiple choice. The objective is to enter 100 questions. This requires 1 question, 4 answers, and identifying the correct answer. Look at this. You can come here to submit your proposal. If you're not chanced that time to submit your proposal, you can save the job and come back later to it. But the chances that when you come back, you will find this job might be 0 because the client would have hired someone else. You can see the client is expecting 50 proposals. The client was online 3 minutes ago. Is the client interviewing anyone? 0. Invite sent 0. Unanswered invite 0. So what this means is that you have a chance to get this job. You have a chance to get this job. From this client history, this client is very good. Look at the client history. The client has hired over how many persons? 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 persons. You can see. You can see. This is how you can submit a proposal. And you must understand something. Let me say this so that you can understand it. If you are a freelancer on Upwork, and what you do as a niche is web design, when you come to your timeline, you will not see this kind of job. You will not see something that relates to virtual assistant, doing bookkeeping, or doing looking for data typing, arranging customers' name alphabetically from A to Z. You will not be able to find it. What you'll be able to find is only things that says web design, and I will show you. I'll show you. I'll just search it for you to see. Web design. Web design. These are keywords. I talked about this not long ago. These are keywords. So if you're web design, once you type this keyword, your profile will appear. So I can say I'm looking for a web design. And it appears. Look at the jobs. The jobs available today is over 21,000 jobs that you can bid for. You can see it here, 21,000. You can see website and logo designer to enhance our current website. And the client is going for less than 30 hours a week. He posted it 5 hours ago. This client is from the United Kingdom, London, and the client has spent over $500,000 on Upwork. That is close to, that's a lot of money. This is what the client has spent on Upwork. And this money is spent is for freelancers like you and I. So you can see, this is the first one. You can bid for this job by clicking on this link. Once you click on this link, it will take you to where you can write your proposal. And going forward, you can see this one. This person, I don't know his location, but he says he is a fixed price and is $150. He posted 4 minutes ago. You can see the payment is unverified. What it means is that this person, this client, is new on Upwork. And it also means that these clients might also be a scammer as well. This is what it also means. So you can see, I have a lot of them. Website. Is because I'm talking about website. That is why we are here. So if you want to be a virtual assistant, general virtual assistant, I will still type this job as well. You can see what will appear. You can see these are keywords, keyword suggestions. You can see virtual assistant job will appear. And this job, anybody can bid for it. Look, I need 5 virtual assistants. This client needs 5 freelancers to work for him. He's from Malaysia and he has spent $20,000. And the budget is $1,620. Are you guys following?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Yes, we are following.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
We are following, sir.
Yes, we are following.
Okay.
Yes, we are following.
Okay. Okay, so while we are going forward, you can also see that these jobs are for virtual assistant. You can see an Excel person. If you're experienced with Excel, you can know how to be able to bid for this job. These clients are from Indonesia, but if you don't want to work for, if you want to work for a particular client from Canada or US, what do you need to do? You can just come here where they say by the left side of your screen. You can say this is what they say by. You can filter the kind of job you want to apply for. You can filter it. You can say you're looking for experience, like as a new person, you are an entry level. You can use this one. You can click on it. If you want an hourly job, you don't want a fixed price, you can come here and put the amount you want to search for. And if you want to look for clients that don't want too much proposal, you don't have strength for, you can come here and say less than five proposals. This one is 5 to 10 proposal. This one is 10 to 15 proposal. This one is 15 to 20 proposal. This one is 20 to 50 proposals. What this means is that if you see a client that wants to see only 5 proposals, the chances that you'll be hired will likely be high. From this to this, 10 to 15, I've always recommend this. If you're looking for a client that wants to see 50 proposals, and as a new freelancer, you might get lost. But this doesn't mean that you cannot also bid for a client that wants to see 50 proposals. Also, if you want to change, if you want to be seen a particular job from the United States, for example, you can just come here and type United States. You can see everything you will see here will be about United States. This person wants to hire 78 freelancers to work as an admin and customer service. Is offering $25 to $35 per hour. If you can see my screen, you can be able to see it. And this person wants someone, executive assistant for tech startup. This client can choose to put his hourly rate or her. Once this client accepts your proposal, you would be able to see that the client will ask you, how much would you want to charge for your hour? And if your profile is showing that you collect $10 per hour, that is what the client will give you as a contract. More than 30 hours a week, that is 40 hours a week. And if you're being paid $10 per hour, it means that in a week, you're making times 10 times 40 hours. That's what you'll be making every week. At the end of the month or every week, Upwork will release that money to you. You can see also. And I would like to talk about Upwork releasing money to you. The best way to get your money as a freelancer working in Upwork is to open what they call Pioneer. If you open Pioneer, do not open PayPal. PayPal is a waste of time. Before you will get your money, it will take a little bit of a long time. But with Pioneer, you can be able to get your money within 30 minutes, and you can be able to send that money from your Pioneer account to your dollar account. You'll be able to get it the next working day. And you can go to bank to withdraw your earning. So if you must be working on Upwork as a freelancer, you have to go to bank and open a domiciliary account. You can go to UBA, you can go to Polaris. Polaris, I don't think they charge. It might just be about $20 or even free. You can be able to open you can be able to open a DOM account. You can also try UBA. I think it's about $20. You can also try Zenith as well. This is how you can be able to receive your money. If you do not have any of these means to receive money, your money will just be on Upwork waiting for you. Whenever you're ready, you can just withdraw it. I would like to have questions before I will move to the next segment.
Thank you very much. We have some questions that have been posted on the chat, and we'll advise people will just post their questions in the chat to avoid everybody unmuting and talking at the same time. Then I have 2 people who have raised their hands. I'm going to be calling them after we have read the questions that are on the chat. So I don't know if anybody has any objection to that. Okay, in the absence of objections, okay, just raise your hand, sir. We call you one after the other, then we can answer those questions. So the first question I have here is somebody said, what is the 3rd thing that you say we must do to revamp our profile? I need to find your name.
Okay, so would you like me to answer this question?
Yes, yeah, as I ask them, you can answer them. We proceed.
Okay, the person, please, can you repeat that question again?
He said, what is the third thing? You were mentioning things to revamp profile. So you said photograph, smiley photograph, and she wanted to get the third thing. So I would just advise we can mention all the things they need to do to revamp their profile.
Okay, if you want to revamp your profile, please, you need to get testimonial. That's number one. And how can you get this testimonial? You get this testimonial from LinkedIn. You need to know someone from LinkedIn to be able to write a testimonial for you. That's number one. Number two, you need to have a title of the job you do. A title of the job you do. If you're a data entry analyst, or if you're a web developer, please put it there. Do not crowd your time. Do not crowd your title. Do not say you're a web developer, you're a virtual assistant in one title. Client will be, which one should I choose? Which one should I choose? So be direct with your title. And the third one is, if you can, make a video of yourself explaining who you are. Talk about your skill. Talk about what you've done before. They call it video introduction. In Upwork, you can say, meet this person. And the fourth one is, if you have certificates, maybe your school certificate, Google certificate, LinkedIn certificate, UDMS certificate, Coursera certificate, any certificate you have that relates to your niche, you can also upload it on your page.
Okay, thank you very much. Then this one from Fabulous V. He said, if you're a copywriter, what about a copywriter? How can I get that of LinkedIn? I think she's talking about certificate.
Okay, if you're a copywriter, if you want to be, I would say that everybody that wants to work in Upwork should be, you must know this skill, know how to search something on the internet. You must know how to search something on the internet. There are over millions of free courses online for Africans. And once you take that course, you'll be able to get certificates in the end, whether you're a copywriter or you are a project manager, or you are a video editor, or you're this person, you can be able to get that certificate for free. And if you want to go higher, you can just pay for it. You can get a free certificate, a course that you can pay for as low as 3,000 Naira. You can go to the mail, or you can go to, you can see those courses there.
Okay, thank you.
Next questions.
Next question. How would we access the link in certificate? I think it's related to the first one. How will we accept the link in free certificate you mentioned?
Okay. Okay. For that free certificate, I would give it to someone that will be able to share it with you guys. However, if you go to LinkedIn and type a free certificate, you see loads of them. It's actually free, but you need to have a profile on LinkedIn to be able to access these courses, and they are free. At the end of the day, you get a free certificate in your name. You can use it to work anywhere.
Okay, thank you.
Next question.
Same Fabulous. How much can one have in Payona before you can withdraw from Payona?
Well, this is an important question. If you have, let's say you have $100 in Payoneer, if you want to send it to your DOM account, I think Payoneer would take about $8 to $10 before they will send that money to your DOM account. You can literally send any amount, but it will not be less than $50. You can send from $50 up to your account.
Okay, thank you. Please, some questions here have already been answered, so don't feel anyhow if I did not read your question. Okay. Somebody's asking apart from PayPal, so of course we have Payona already answered. The next one, most jobs require experience. Abdurrahman iPhone. most jobs require experience. As a newbie, how do we attract clients?
This is an important question. How you can attract clients is simple. I talked about you getting testimonial. I talked about you uploading something like the past project you've done. I see a lot of people asking me about their web developer, their graphic designer. You can take those projects you've done for people before, go and put it in your portfolio on your profile. That is your job experience. So that when you're writing a proposal to a client, you can be able to say that I have done this, I have done that, and you can include the link of that website you have built. The client will view it and then determines if you are the best fit.
Okay, thank you. The next one from Engineer Stella. You talked about uploading a video on YouTube. Please, can you highlight more on it, on how to do that?
Okay. Everyone should have access to YouTube. You can just do the same way you create Gmail, the same way you can create your YouTube. Just create a YouTube, and then once you create a YouTube will allow you to upload a video. Once you upload a video of yourself, you will now copy that link. Once you upload a video on YouTube, YouTube will give you a link of your video. Just copy it and go and paste in your Upwork profile.
Thank you. The next one, can I change the amount I charge per hour? Uku patients.
Well, I would recommend that if you're a new freelancer on Upwork, you shouldn't go as high as $10. You can start, if you're a new beginner, you can start with $4 to $5 per hour. When you start to earn the market first, you can increase your fee to $70 or even $50 per hour. But for new beginners, I always insist that you start with something like $4, $5, $6, $7 per hour. But I would recommend you can just leave it at $5 per hour. That way, you have opportunity to get hired. You can say low freelancers, but how can you be able to earn, like change your price, your hourly rate? It is by proving record of what you've been able to do. You cannot go to Upwork and say you want them to pay you $15 per hour, and they've not seen what you've been able to do. Nobody will take that risk.
Thank you. Ifunanya Onyemachi, can Upwork be downloaded from Play Store?
Yes. You can download Upwork in your phone. However, I would recommend that if you want to be serious with Upwork, please have a system.
Okay. Mary, question. If you want to use Payoneer platform, there will be no need for a domiciliary account, right? It's asking if you need a domiciliary account to use Payoneer.
Of course.
Of course.
How will
the money has to go to somewhere.
No, if hello.
Hi.
If you send money directly from Upwork to your DOM account, usually it takes some days. It can take from 3 to 7 days, and that if you need money urgently, you might not be able to get that money immediately. But with Payoneer, if you send it now, within the next 10 minutes, it will land in your Payoneer account. Then if you send it from Payoneer to your DOM account in Nigeria, it will be the next day.
Okay, thank you. Ose Mary Blessing, as a personal assistant is understood, but please, what does virtual assistant mean? Maybe in the tech world.
Okay, this is also, I like that question. What virtual assistant mean? I will explain it to a layman understanding. Do you know how someone is the secretary for a company in Nigeria? Yes. And you come to work. Do you come to work every day to type and assist the office? You type, you prepare letter, you send out a newsletter, you send out emails. Your boss asks you to book appointment with so person. This is what you're doing for them as a secretary. Now the difference is that you're in Nigeria. You're offering this service to someone in Canada that has a company in Canada. It becomes virtual. Virtual means you're not there. But because we have access to this information, internet, we have access to email, you have access to all these kind of softwares, you can also be able to offer that service sitting at the comfort of your home.
Thank you so much.
So you're offering service as a virtual assistant.
Just like we're having this training virtually.
Yes.
Cyber Lens. As a beginner, how can we sign up on Upwork without being rejected?
Yes, this person asked an important question. You can sign up by making sure that you have a complete profile. Right. How can you do that? I mentioned it before. You have a good profile picture. Have a niche. Have email. Know your password, and you must understand what they call mother's maiden name. That will be your security question, so that when you sign into your profile, you can be able to type in that security word to protect your account. And Upwork will not reject you. If somebody should look at my screen, please. I want to be able to show this.
It's open. We are seeing the screen.
There's what they call Upwork readiness test. If you click here now, this is what will appear.
Hello, are you there?
I'm here. This is what will appear. When you want your profile to be complete on Upwork, you must take this test. If you click on this test, you can see this test is about 10 minutes, 10 questions, 2 minutes limit per question. You can start. Once you start, you will see you can take this. When I started my own, I tried this question for almost 2 days. I kept getting it wrong. Then as I'm progressing, I kept understanding it. You can say, look at what I said here. Which of the following statements about job success score on Upwork are true? This one is correct. This one is correct. This one is correct. 3 of them are correct. You can continue. Then it says, what is the best practice for submitting winning proposal through Upwork? This one is very, very important. If you're looking at my screen, if it's possible, you can do a screenshot of this screen. Number 1, describe your relevant experience in key area listed on the job post. Demonstrate that you have read it. What does this mean? What it means is that client is asking for someone that can do data entry for that project. Demonstrate that you have experience. How do you say that? You can say that you are very conversant with Excel, Google document, and you have been doing this job for the past 2 years, working for so company in the past. You can also say that I'm available for communication 24 hours. You can also say that I'm able to deliver this project in the next 2 hours, in the next 1 day. This means that you're firm and you understand what you're saying. You're hitting the right point the client wants to hear. Because if you do not read the job proposal, you will not know what to write. You will not know what to write. And outline how you will approach the job and complete the job. How can you be able to do this? You can say that if you give me this job, I will open an Excel and share a link with you. I'll be able to do this job from so time to so time. Please do not say you will do a job in a hurry, because everything you write there is documented. Don't go and, because you want to win the job, you will tell client that you can do the job in 1 day. Deep down, you know that you cannot do the job in 1 day. You know you cannot be able to do it in 1 day. So tell the client that you'll be able to do it in the next 4 days. What that means is that you're honest, client like who is honest, you're direct to the point, and you are intentional about the work you want to do. Do you understand?
Yes, thank you. That's very clear.
The next questions.
Please, can you give the exact names of the websites? This is from Godwin. Okay, before Godwin, Fabulous said, kindly drop for us your LinkedIn account so we can follow you. So
I'll do that.
The next question.
I'll do that, right?
Said, please, can you give the exact names of the website that you have mentioned, or is there a PDF for this teaching that has the names of those websites? It's not.
Is it for when you can? Is it for when you can upskill, or what's the client? What's the person asking?
He didn't mention that, so but I think that he's talking about websites for free certificates.
Okay, you can go. Let me type it. Let me type it.
There, all please check your chat box for websites for free certificates. Thank you.
You can ask the next question.
Yes, Zoom user. Must it only be tech jobs? And in the other jobs like voiceover, reading, or other jobs one can do?
I didn't hear you clear.
This guy is asking, must it be only tech jobs that we can do on Upwork? And in the other jobs like voiceover, reading, or jobs, or other small jobs one can do on Upwork?
Your voice is breaking. You need to repeat that again.
Okay, Zoom user is asking, is it only tech jobs that are found on Upwork? Aren't there jobs like voiceover, reading, and other small jobs?
Okay. Well, like I said before, I would like to say that as a virtual assistant in Upwork, you can be able to practically do anything. You can do a voiceover. You can become a video editor. You can become a professional. You can become a professional photographing edit. You can do web design. You can do voiceover. You can even do what they call proofreading. You can do editing. You can become a property manager. You see the agent people do everywhere. They say they're agent, they're looking for a house for you. You can be able to do that in Upwork.
Okay, thank you very much.
You can be able to offer any service online. And that is what is called tech support. You are not there, but you're doing it because you have access to internet and you have experience.
Okay. All right, sir. Sandra, if you don't have any previous experience, how do you convince clients to hire you for jobs?
Okay, you said if you do not have previous experience, this I think I've been able to explain this before. But if you don't have experience, okay, I'll do that. If you do not have experience and you want to convince a client, clients are not looking because you don't have a job. They are looking at what you tell them, what you said you would do for them. Anytime you're submitting a proposal, focus less on yourself. Talk about what you can do for that person. Talk about how you will approach that project. Say stuff like that. That is how you can be able to convince clients. And let me tell you, Upwork is no respecter of anybody. You can come in today and win a job of $20,000. You can come in today and be there for 3 months. You will not win any job. But if you want to win jobs, apply, change, read the job proposal. If it's possible, read it again. And when you're submitting a proposal, do not be in a hurry to submit your proposal. Calm down and put it very well. At the end of the time, you will tell the client, I'll be waiting for your message. At the end of your proposal, you can tell the clients, I'll be looking forward to your feedback. Kind regards. If it's during the winter period, you can say warm regard. These are small words you can use. All those small words are very important. Like all those, try to be yourself. Don't try to be uptight. Like, be flexible when you write your when you write your proposal. Like, feel free, express yourself. And let me give you this. This is off record, but I'll tell you this. Most of the job, or a few other jobs, you can learn from the job. If you accept a job, tell the client that you're willing for them to train you. Almost all the clients are willing to train you. But when you say you're an expert, they cannot train you. That is why I said honesty is very important when you are applying for a job. If the client says he's looking for an expert, let the client know that you are not an expert on this job, but you have dedication and passion for the job, and you're willing to learn. The client will understand you're honest. But if you say you're an expert, when the client gives you the job and you get confused, the client will end the contract and also give you a bad review. That way, your job success will remain very low. Can I have the next questions, please?
Okay, sir. Nzubu Kyobi, how do you create a Pioneer account?
Okay, I was going to, before I answer that question, there's someone here they call Emanuela Akuta. Emanuela, if you want to be earning your every month, I think every month, Upwork will deduct 6 connect from your profile. I think every week, every week, they'll deduct 6 connect to keep you available on the timeline, so that when people search for you, they'll be able to see you. This is a new, before it used to be free, but Upwork is now taking a new, they now have a new policy that you have to, they have to take 6 connect from your connect to be able to keep you available on the timeline.
Okay, for the Pioneer account, you need to answer.
So what can you repeat that question again,
How do you
please?
create a Pioneer account?
How do you do what? How do you create a Pioneer account? Yeah, what you need to do is simple. What you need to do is that you must have a government ID. You must have either national ID, or you must have international passport, or you must have also a driver's license to be able to open a Pioneer. You must have some form of government ID verification. If you do not have it, your account will not be fully verified to receive money. You can use your national ID. If you don't have national ID, you probably have a driver's license. If you don't have driver's license, you probably have international passport. If you do not have international passport, I don't know if voters, yes, you can also use a voter's card as well. So this is the ways you can open a Pioneer as well. It's quite easy. You can open a Pioneer in the next 10 minutes. It's quite easy. And you can, when you open a Pioneer, they can ask you to attach.
We cannot hear you. I think your signal is having some issues.
Your DOM account, you just put it there. It's simple and it's direct. Okay, Ayomi. Are we there?
Can I read the next question? Or you want to attend to it?
You can read the next question.
Okay. As a web developer, as a website.
Your network is bad. Your network is bad, sir.
Okay, sir.
I can go ahead and I can hear you.
Okay, sir. As a website developer and graphic designer, can I put the images on my profile, or do I have to open a different account for 2 niches?
Can you put can you put, I didn't get that question clear.
She's asking if she can use one account for 2 niches, or she needs to separate 3 different accounts for 2 niches. Website developer, graphics designer.
Well, like I said, in Upwork, you can have about 3 profiles. The first profile, you can say you're a web developer. In the next profile, you can say you're a virtual assistant. In the third profile, you can say you are a video editor. So you can use any of them to bid for a job.
Thank you so much. The next question is also the same thing. So you are advising that you can open up 3 profiles. Each profile should be 1 niche.
Yes.
Okay,
yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Because the next person also asked the same thing. Can I have the assistant HR and it's the same question. Okay. The third question, same question, sir.
Hello?
Yes.
Raising my hand.
Yes, we want to answer all the written questions before we attend to people who are raising their hand. But the questions keep coming and coming. Okay. Let us take the 3 people that are raising their hand. The first one on my screen is Fabulous. Please, you have 1 minute to ask your questions, please. Fabulous, number 1. Then Mr. Timothy, get ready. Then Mr. Jackson, get ready after Mr. Timothy. Is Fabulous with us? Okay, Fabulous is not with us. Then Mr. Timothy, can you ask your question, please?
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
And
Yeah, good evening.
thank you, Mr. Obina, for all this knowledge and everything. So my question is, as a virtual assistant, how do you get a good testimonial? That is number 1 question.
Okay.
Then my number 2 question is, in the aspect of creating a domiciliary account, some banks, I don't know how much some banks takes, but you mentioned UBA and some other banks. So I don't know other documents. Maybe when I get to bank, I will know the document and know the amount they are taking for creating a domiciliary account.
Okay. Are you done with your question, Timothy? Can I go ahead to answer them?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, Timothy. If you want to get a good testimonial, like I told you before,
Yeah.
you can do that through LinkedIn. And I showed a visual way you can be able to do that. Look for people you have worked for, or look for a friend that can give you, that you have done something for, that can give you a review. And you can be able to get a review from your profile. In your profile in Upwork, there's a place they say at the down of your page, you can see where they say like testimonial. After testimonial, you will see certificates. So click on the request for testimonial. When you click on it, Upwork will ask you to fill that person information. Once you fill that information and click submit, then the person can be able to write that testimonial for you. And the second question is what you need to go to bank with. I would recommend that you try Polaris Bank around you. What you need to go with is a passport photograph, any ID. Please have an ID while you're going there, and probably have as much as little as $20. You can go with the Naira. When you get there, tell your account officer that he can help you to open it. They know how they get their dollar, but this is what you can do. with those three things I listed, and also go with an address. Address where you What
if you don't have an account with them? Because I don't have an account with them. I don't have an account with them. I don't have an account with Polaris Bank. I have an account with GTB and Access.
Yes, if you have an account with GTB and Access, that makes it easier. Just go to bank with $20 or 100. You can open a DOM account within a day. It's quite easy.
Okay, sorry, one question, sorry. What if, for instance, you have this app that normally gets $1, maybe you normally receive $1 from somebody outside the country, like for instance, like Butter, that's app that has a butterfly sign. I don't know whether you've used that kind of app before.
If you want to earn your money from Upwork,
yeah,
the only way you can receive money from Upwork is through your DOM account or Pioneer. These are the two ways you can receive your money. They don't accept a third party's people. You can receive your money from Pioneer and receive your money from DOM account. Then you can use it to do however you please it.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. The next is Mr. Jackson Frederick.
Hi. It's in the Freke. Thank you.
Sorry
Hi,
about that.
Yeah, that's fine. Hi, everyone. Hello, Mr. Obi. Nice to meet you again. Still with your glass case from Port Harcourt.
Okay.
Okay. What I wanted to ask, although someone asked a question in regards to that about profile, and the network was breaking, so I couldn't really hear exactly. However, I want to find out. For instance, someone starts his Upwork profile with a particular skill set, with a particular skill, offering a particular kind of service, and maybe over time he develops other skill. So I was going to ask, will changing your profile, like you mentioned, having what do you say, the head catching phrase. So will changing your profile to the new service you want to offer, will it be a problem, seeing that most of your references in your profile are focused on your previous services? But then I don't know if what I'm trying to learn is regarding what you mentioned about having different profiles, like having different Upwork accounts. I don't know. So I would like to understand it.
Okay. I think I've met this face before. I think I met you in Port Harcourt, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please. Yes, I remember you. Please, you send me your number later. I would like to discuss this particular thing with you privately. However, if I understand your question correctly, what you're asking is that you can be able to have three profiles. You can be able to have three profiles, and it's a lot of profile. I'm not sure you can be able to manage more than three profiles. In one profile, you can be who you want to be. In the second profile, you can be this person. In the third profile, you can be this person. But you cannot have a different Upwork account. That's not what I said. What I said is that you're going to have one account and different profile. And for example, you as a person, you're a web developer right now, or a video editor, and you also have experience serving as an administrative assistant, which is also a virtual assistant. You can combine the two. You can combine the two. You can be a web developer in your first page. In your second page, you're also offering a service as a virtual assistant. There is nothing wrong with that. It's allowed on Upwork. You can offer as many services as possible on Upwork if you have the experience and the knowledge.
Sorry, I still have your number. I don't know if that connects, but I don't know how I could send you my number.
You can just text me by the end of this class. I can be able to speak to you. Thank you.
Okay.
You can check privately on this thing and send the number now. Send it to him privately now. Okay, next question. Fabulous is
I'm
back,
here.
so let her ask her question before we go back to the chat questions.
Fabulous, can you hold on? I need to answer. There's one Mr. Abiola, or I don't know if she's a woman or a man, but he asked, as a civil servant with salary account with Polaris, do I need a domiciliary account? My answer is yes. If you have a salary account with Polaris, it will be easier for you to open a domiciliary account. What that means is that you don't need to go with your ID, with your address or anything. Just go there and tell them you want to open a dom account, and within 1 hour, you have a domiciliary account. Fabulous, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Obinze.
Thank you.
That's actually a good work you've done so far. Anyway, the thing that is, I opened my UPWORK account. That was last year, and after some time, I wasn't doing anything. Although I did it, I turned it off. But I noticed that when I came back, now that I'm back fully, they placed me on permanent lock. I've tried to contact the support and everything, even tonight, it's still permanent locked. I don't know how to turn it on anymore. I don't know.
Okay. Is that your question? Do you still have more so that I can take them at once?
Okay. Then another one, I think I was quite impressed regard to the testimonial when you talked about linking it to using somebody's profile LinkedIn and all that. That was actually an impressive one, because I've been thinking on how to get that testimonial out of UPWORK since I haven't done anything. I haven't done any job yet. I keep submitting proposals. I don't know if there's something I'm doing wrong, or if the UPWORK is for particular people, not for people like me. I don't know. But I wouldn't mind if I can have one-on-one discussion with you after the class. I think that would be helpful.
Okay, it's fine. What happened is, I do not recommend when people open an UPWORK account and they disconnect. What would happen is that UPWORK will completely place your UPWORK account on hold, and for them to open it, you definitely have to win job for them to open it. Do you understand? So what you can do is that you can try to create another UPWORK account. Do you understand? With another email, and as long as you're not using the first profile, you can create a new one and build yourself gradually from there. And please, when you open a new one, always make sure that you remain available and relevant there. Your status will increase if you're always available. So, but when you open your UPWORK account and all of a sudden you stopped using it, UPWORK will completely place you on hold.
So this particular one, there's no way they can bring me back anymore. And I still submit proposals with it too.
Okay, if you still submit proposal with it, it means we have an access to it. So I'll probably have to look at.
I submitted 2 proposals today.
Okay, I maybe have to look at it and see what you need to do. But if you can submit proposal, you do not need to open another account. It means that your account is still valid. You just have to do 1 or 2 things to be able to come back fully.
Okay, please, I would love to have the contacts so that I can communicate with you after the class.
I'll do that. I'll drop that here.
All right, thank you.
You can just write down your number for me, then I can be able to contact you after the class.
Okay, I'll drop my number then. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think that's all we have for the raised hands. Go back to the charts. Go back to the charts and see some more questions from the chat.
Hello?
I think Timothy wants to say something. Timothy.
Yes, please. I will also like to have your contact.
But Timothy, I need you to ask me a question. Can you ask me anything? That would be easier. If you do not have anything to ask me, it becomes difficult for us to have something to talk about. So I would like that you have something you want to get used to, or something you don't understand. That way, you will have a place to start.
Yes, I've asked my question before, but I forgot to add. Yes. It's just to collect your number or on having issues on setting up my account. In case
It's all right.
I can always reach you. Yes.
It's all right. I think can we go back to
okay.
Well, okay.
We have some 48 responses here. We have to quickly go through them and see how many questions we have. So Ebubechi is Ebubechi Uche. In setting up your payment, can't you just add your GT dollar account or must it be Payona or PayPal?
Yeah, I think we've been able to say this before. If you have a DOM account already, you can just attach it to your Upwork account. You don't have to attach it to a Pioneer. You don't have to attach it to a Pioneer to be able to withdraw. You can just withdraw it from you can withdraw from your Upwork directly. Then if you want to withdraw from Pioneer, you can just attach your DOM account and also withdraw your money directly. Once you have a DOM account, you do not have problem withdrawing money. Next question, please.
Godwill Ifeanyi Chukwu, can one withdraw money from Payona straight to UBA AfriCard?
AfriCard, is it in Nigeria or AfriCard? Is it a Nigerian card?
I think yes, AfriCard is a Nigerian card. It's a debit credit card. It's a debit card, Naira debit card.
No, you cannot. What you can do is that if you want to withdraw money directly to your Naira account, you can be able to do that from Upwork directly. And however, you are shortchanging yourself because they will pay you with a central bank rate, not with you cannot be able to. Let's say dollar is 600 right now. They will pay you with a central bank rate, which may be 490. That is what you receive. So I always advise people to have a DOM account. It doesn't cost you anything to open a DOM account.
Yeah, sorry. I'm Godwill Ifeanyi Chukwu. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. I have a domiciliary account, and I was just asking just to know if I could use my AfriCard because it's also a dollar card, right? So it's what I use for PayPal. So I was just asking if there's a way we can use that to receive. I mean, I'll receive the money in dollar anyway.
As long as your AfriCard is attached to your dollar account, you can use it to receive your money. And please, I'd like if everyone can hear me about this particular thing. You cannot use another person's account to receive money. If you're able to do that, you will not get that money, and your account might be placed on hold, including your money. Everything has to be your name, from Upwork to Pioneer, from Pioneer to your DOM account. And I'd like to say this: people who have their name as their first name and they come to Upwork, they use their second name as their first name, and they come to your DOM account, they have a different name, you have a problem. So if you're opening your account with, let's say, Ebube Favor Femi, your account will have to go like that down to your DOM account. It is not if your first name in Upwork is Femi, in your account, in DOM account is Jackson. It's Jackson. So it's conflicting. So instead of you to receive your money on time, they might place your account on hold. And that way you will start running around for unnecessary contacting the customer service of Pioneer or Upwork, which might take some days or even a week or even a month.
Okay, class is about 20 minutes. And we have a lot of questions here, and this more questions will be answered. The next one is from Mark Bala. Does it cost anything transferring from Upwork to Payona?
It costs $2.
Okay. How do we learn relevant skills? This is from Oku Daniel. For those who don't have any skills, how do we learn relevant skills?
Okay, for those who do not have any relevant skill, everyone has a skill. You just haven't discovered it yet. Those things you do comfortably, you can be able to try that as a niche. If you know how to type very well, it's a niche on Upwork. If you know how to edit a video, it's a niche on Upwork. if you know how to do administrative stuff like typing, preparing documents, and the rest of them, then you can become a complete virtual assistant. Whatever you can do, and if you do not have any skill, you can start learning one. Start by learning how to type. Start by learning how to get conversant with the Excel and the Google document. Start by understanding what is Zoom. Start by understanding what is, try to search more on the internet. These are skills. And if you don't know how to do all of this, you can also be a web researcher. It's on Upwork. You can learn how to type something on Google and get that information and put it in a spreadsheet and send to the client. You will become a web researcher, and you can earn as much as $10,000 to $100,000 just doing that.
Thank you. From Abiola, can one register as an online tutor of English language and literature in English?
Perfect, perfect. And please, if you are Abiola, please, I would advise you head straight to LinkedIn. I've been hired as an English tutor. I was able to teach for a month for South Korean students. I did that for a month, and I got some cool cash for doing that. And if this person is serious, I think I can be able to email you a link when you can apply for a job. You can also be able to get a job there, and if you're good with English language.
Okay, Fabulous was asking also, keywords is also needed. Website for keywords. Okay, I think she was replying to someone. Please give clarity on how to own your availability on Upwork. Okay, somebody's asking, how do you own your availability on Upwork?
Okay, Upwork takes about 6 connects from your connect you have already to be able to own it for you. It's quite simple. Once you have that connect, you can be able to own your availability. And let me tell you, if anybody is listening right now, if you're a new freelancer in Upwork, I would like you to also buy Connect when your Connect finish. When you create your profile, Upwork will give you about 50 to 100 Connects. They'll give you 50 to 100 Connects. When you exhaust that Connect, you are bound to buy a Connect with your debit card, your Naira debit card. In your name, not in your husband's name, or in your friend's name, or in anybody's name. The card has to be your name. The same thing with the one in Upwork. That way, you can buy a Connect. You can buy a Connect as low as $1 to $22. And if you buy Connect, let's say for $22, that's about 100 and something Connect, 160 Connect or thereabout. You have time to worry less about Connect. You focus on applying for the job you want to apply for. Because without Connect, you cannot be able to apply for a job. And someone is asking, Obu Daniel is asking, what is Connect? Connect is what allows you to send a proposal. What allows you to bid for that job so that the client will respond to you. It is called Connect. If you open up Upwork today, they will give you a free Connect between 50 to 100. And every month, Upwork will dash you 10 Connect. And if you apply for a job, a client will respond, Upwork will dash you 10 Connect. If you apply for a job, if client invites you and you respond, client will give you, Upwork will give you 10 Connect. And someone is asking, before I move forward, there's someone called Andy, is asking, is there a health and fitness niche just for medical inclined person? Yes, yes, and yes. If you are a medical personnel, you can be what they call a medical assistant. This is for doctors. This is for nurse. This is for those who read laboratory and the rest of them. All those biological, all those medical line that you read in school. You have a job right now. What you need to do is simple. Just go to Upwork and create the service you want to offer. You become a medical virtual assistant. You'll be applying for job related to medical field. I have applied for a job that relates to medical field. We have COVID-19 all over the world. People are working remotely. People like Twitter, Facebook do not have in-person staff. All of them are working remotely. And these are millions of jobs. So yes, you can work as a medical assistant and offer service on medicals. It's quite simple. You can do that as well.
Okay, our time is almost up, so we'll just take a few more questions that have been
asked. Please, before you go ahead, please hold on. There's this person called Cynthia, and there's another person that says his name is Techno Pop for Light. I think that's the name. He said, "I'm a vegetarian. Is that a niche for me?" Yes, I've said this before. Any skill you have, you can offer that skill in Upwork as a virtual assistant. If you're a web developer, you become a web developer. That's what you're doing. If you're a vegetarian, you narrow your niche to virtual assistant that offer, for example, now, there was one time I worked on a real estate. I said virtual assistant serving real estate and startup. I was able to win 4 jobs from it. I was doing stuff related to real estate, which is listing property online, on Airbnb, Zillow, Booking.com, all those places. I offer those services, and the client will give you the tools to be able to do that, and the logins as well. So if you have that skill as a vegetarian, yes, my dear, a lot of people are looking for a vegetarian on Upwork. Go there and do your job. The second person is asking, which is Cynthia. Cynthia said, if your father's business or a skill you learn from a friend, then Cynthia, for someone like you, you can become what they call business manager. It's also on Upwork. You can become a sales assistant. You can only sell for people. You can sell and make money. Do you understand? So you can become sales assistant, business manager, or related. You can do that job. And if you go to all those links I mentioned, you can also get free certificate on business development. And someone is complaining that the meeting is taking too long. Yes, we are rounding up. We just want to get we don't want to leave anyone behind. So we are trying to get all the questions at once so that nobody feels that he didn't get his question across. Please, please, can we answer the question?
Okay. Can we have a 3 proposal templates for various niches?
Can we have what? Can you repeat that again?
Proposal templates for various niches. This is from Cyberlens.
Okay. Okay. If you want me to give you a proposal, this would be like a copy and paste. And if you're doing copy and paste on Upwork, you might spend 2 years there without a job. You might spend 2 years there without a job. What I always say is that I can be able to offer a free proposal template. I can be able to do that. But if you want to win jobs for yourself quickly, because that is your niche, and you know what to write. For example, when I started, I just used to write one line. I would say, "Hi, I've worked for a couple of clients on this space. You will find it interesting to have a chat. Looking forward for your feedback. Kind regard. Onda Obinna." I'll go to bed. Before I wake up, I'll see the client will respond. Because I was direct to the question, and because I said that they will find it interesting to have a chat, it becomes like I prompt him, like he wants to know. He become curious to be able to know what I have to say. This is good when you have been doing jobs before. not just as a new client, just as a new freelancer. So I'm talking about those who have had jobs, who has been on Upwork, and they can use this line to be able to also get a job as well. Now, if you have not, if you're new on Upwork, please, if you're writing your proposal, you don't need to go and be speaking a lot of English. Don't go and be trying to listen. Be direct to the point. Tell the client, I can be able to help you. I can do this for you. I can do this for you. It doesn't matter how you put it. What matters is that you're passing that message. Tell the client you can be able to do this. Speak about that person and tell the client that you are an honest person, you're dependable, and you're always available. If it's possible, tell the client that you have a good internet connection and you have a laptop you use to work. And you also tell the client that you also have a comfort home office where you work. If you tell client these stuff, he sees you like a serious freelancer. He knows that he wants to work for the project. Add passion to your proposal. Don't just do copy and paste. Clients have seen all those copy and paste. Some of them have spent as much as $1 million on Upwork. They've seen all kinds of proposals. But because you're doing copy and paste, you would have seen it before. They will not even open your proposal. But if you write proposal from your heart, from your experience, from your knowledge, it doesn't have to be so professional. Just to write something the client wants to hear.
Okay, thank you.
Write it in your capacity. Write it in your niche. If you're a researcher, write stuffs. Write things like while you were in school, you've been able to do this research and do this research and do this research, and you've been able to do market research for someone that wants to open a fashion line. You did that and you got a good recommendation. Then while you're saying that, the client sees that like you have experience. That you have experience. Don't go and do copy and paste. You said, hey, hi, I'm virtual assistant. I'm writing you from Lagos. I'm asking, I want to do this job for you. No. And do not go and write a long proposal. This client do not have so much time to read all of it. Be intentional when you write your proposal. The first line, say you are this person and you have this skill. Second line, say this is what you can do for the client. Third line, tell the client that you are valuable. You're always online. You have this, you know this skill. You know about Excel, you know about Slack, you know about Trello, you know about Zoom. You know, these are office software. You know about Microsoft Word. You know about Excel. You know about this. You know how to send email. This is your third line. Then your fourth line, you now say, I'll be looking forward to your feedback, or I'll be waiting for your message, or I'm eager to hear from you. If it's during the winter, I like to use the word warm regard. If it's normal time, I'll say kind regard. Thank you. Put your name under your initial. That's all. You submit your proposal. So if I offer you a proposal template, some people will just carry it that way to go and submit. Now, what will happen is that if Bankole submit the template I'll give you, another person uses it, there are chances that two of you will apply for the same job. And the client will know, the client will just look at both of you and laugh. He will not open your proposal. He will move on to the next person. And what will happen? You are burning your connect. When your connect finishes, you need to pay. You need to pay for another connect with your own money that you have not earned.
All right, thank you very much. This is how far we can go on this class. It has been an interesting one. We booked for 2 hours and our time is up. So we're going to be rescheduling, which we will reschedule. Obviously, everybody got the access and link from the group, and you get more information from the director on the group. So if your question is here, it has not been answered, you can post them on the group so that you can get more answers. Okay, because the truth is that we cannot answer all the questions people are asking. There are so many questions. Until you open your own Upwork, you may not even have questions. But as time goes on, when you start applying the knowledge, you will see some things. You can come back to the group and ask questions. But definitely during the next session, you will have additional time to ask more questions. So thank you very much for your attendance and for your participation. Yes?
And if also for those who asked for my LinkedIn, I'm attaching my LinkedIn. You can just we can connect. Everyone can connect on LinkedIn. If you give me a moment, I'll paste my link to you. You can just go there and connect with me. And please, for everyone that is interested, it is important that you have a LinkedIn profile. It is one of the most professional place to be. You have access to company CEOs, you have access to company HR. And what I mean is you have direct access. It means that you can send them a message. This is the only app where you can see Fortune 500 CEOs and respond to them directly. This is the only place that you can see Fortune 500 HR and respond to them directly. This is the only place where you can see all Upwork CEOs, tech support, and the rest of them. If you're searching for Facebook, Twitter, they are all there. If you're searching for any company in Silicon Valley, they are all in LinkedIn. It is more important to be in LinkedIn than on Facebook. It is actually more important. You can also win jobs there. And the good thing about LinkedIn is that you do not need to buy Connect. What you need to do is to revamp your profile, create a catching resume, and attach it to your LinkedIn. You can always apply for a job. You can always apply for a job just by clicking that link. And in LinkedIn, you're not writing like a proposal. What you're doing is that you click, you put your name, and you attach your resume, and you send it. And when you send it, you get an email that you have applied for that job. And once that company view your proposal, LinkedIn will inform you that the company has opened your proposal, that it is under consideration. When it's under consideration, some of them will contact you. You do not need a proposal. You do not need Connect to be able to write stuff like that. You do not need it at all. It's quite simple in LinkedIn. And please use a professional picture and a good title, just like in Upwork. And make sure that you have a good resume. If you do not have a good resume, please get someone to do that for you. Even if it means paying, it is important. And what this means is that you can earn in dollar, because all payments are in dollar. You can stay at the comfort of your home and earn that money. If you're lucky enough, some of us from our class, some has relocated to the United Kingdom, Canada, US, and Europe, just by that company taking them from LinkedIn on Upwork to come and work for them permanently. You will no longer be a virtual assistant. You will now work in person, like in person life. But you cannot do that if you do not have a good profile. You cannot do that if you have a bad pictures profile. You cannot do that if you don't have a good resume or CV. But I do not like to call it CV, because for resume you have a lot of broad things you need to explain on that your resume. Thank you, and that will be all from me.
All right, thank you very much, all. Have a wonderful evening. God bless you. You will hear from the CEO on the group.
Yeah, people don't get
What?
You said you are going to send your LinkedIn link.
Please unmute yourself so that you can say the final words before we close it.
I wanted to ask a question. I'm sorry it's a bit coming late.
Our time is up, bro.
It's just a clarification, sir. Please, if you allow me, please, if you permit me.
Okay, ask before we shut down.
You know, okay, in LinkedIn, I'm a health safety and environmental specialist, which is my profile on LinkedIn. Now, this Upwork and freelancing is just a side hustle. So do I not have to revamp my LinkedIn profile to not suit this side job, or how do I should have another profile that will suit this Upwork job? I just want to get a clarification on that, if there's a way out on that.
Mr. Bina, you are mute. Please unmute yourself.
Okay, so can you repeat that question? I don't understand it clearly. Can you go over it again? Just a minute, please.
Okay. Professionally, I'm a health safety and environmental specialist. I work as health safety and environmental personnel, okay? And that is my profile on LinkedIn, it's fully balanced. Now, this Upwork and freelancing is a side also because I've got some skills which I believe I can use to make something from there. So now connecting my LinkedIn profile, which is based on EHS, and now connecting it to Upwork, which is something different because I'm into web development. How does this do? It does not really match. So should I now on my LinkedIn, outside being EHS specialist, like a web developer, graphic designer, video editor, on the LinkedIn, which is they are broadly different, so how do I merge my LinkedIn, which is something totally different from the Upwork skill, which I want to use on Upwork? How do I connect this and still be on the same plane?
Okay, I think I'm trying to send my LinkedIn from the chat, but it's not. I don't know. It's not working. But if you go to my LinkedIn profile, you can see that there I'm a full stack developer. Then I have a line. Second one, I said I'm a virtual assistant. Then that's 2. Then third one, I said I'm a digital marketer. And currently, I manage 2 social media accounts of 2 companies, one in Canada and one in San Francisco. So I manage all the social media accounts, and it doesn't stop me from being a web developer. Do you understand? So it doesn't stop you from being a web developer. You can be that person you want to be. It means that you're versatile. It means that you're upgrading your skill. There's nothing wrong with being a web developer and being a UI UX designer. There's nothing wrong with being there's nothing wrong with being a doctor and also being a data analyst. So you can combine the two. If you can view my LinkedIn profile, you can see that I have 3 skills there, which is full stack developer, virtual assistant, and digital marketer. And if you notice, under that virtual assistant, I'm doing a lot of stuff. I'm doing research, I'm doing data, and I'm doing a lot of stuff under that virtual assistant because it's broad. So inside that virtual assistant, you can now carve a niche for yourself. And that is where your stuff now comes in. Do you get now?
Can I add something to what you just said then?
Yes.
Okay. What I want to add is that I think, Mr. Godwin, you need to create a separate profile for this, your side gig. Okay, the HSE is a crazy field already, and I don't see you putting web designing under health and safety. Okay, so I will suggest that you create another profile on LinkedIn. You can use multiple emails to create separate profiles. Okay, but if you have tech skills that is related, okay, you can mop them up in one profile. But I'm not advising you to use your health and safety profile to apply for jobs unless you want to be safety advisor on Upwork. Okay, because I am on Upwork as a health and safety advisor. I have companies that ask me to design risk assessment and send to them. That's separate. But if you want to go to Upwork to go and do tech jobs, okay, virtual assistant and all those things. Since you are new, many people will be banking on your profile on LinkedIn to access you. So if they come on LinkedIn and they see a HSC officer, it's not related to, unless the company who want to hire you as as a virtual assistant, they need you as a virtual assistant for HSC related matters. Okay, and this is a very, very uncommon this thing. So that's why that's what I wanted to consider.
For this person, I have an idea what you can do. For this person, in addition to what you just said there, I think you should go with your safety. That will fetch you more money.
Yes.
You can say you are a safety person with web design experience. Look at the word now. You're not a web developer, but I've added that for you. You're a safety personnel with web design experience. Now you become more valuable when you said you are a safety personnel with a web design experience. So when you get a job now, some company will not like to go and hire another person since they already hired you. They will now attach that project to you. Do you understand what I mean now?
Yeah,
so
that's great.
In your LinkedIn, you can say safety personnel with 2 years web design experience. In Upwork, you can say safety personnel with 4 years web design experience. You didn't say you're a web designer, but you say you have experience designing websites. So those are 2 different words.
And this kind of coining, they give you more money because very few people have that title. So, but, that's very smart.
Yes. So these are steps you can take to be able to earn money. And like I tell you, your niche, you just safety personnel is a high tech, is a high paying job. There are a lot of web design. There are a lot of web developers on Upwork. But I think that this your niche will get you more contract easily.
Super niche.
Yes. So and for those who are asking for my LinkedIn, I don't know why I cannot send my LinkedIn to you guys to can connect with each other. So please, can you fix this, please?
Please send the LinkedIn to Madam Empress. Let her send it to the WhatsApp groups so that all of them everyone can have it. Because I already removed you from host here, so you cannot.
Sorry, good evening. But you can tell us your name, so search on LinkedIn.
So I think I'll be able to do that.
Okay, great.
And what again? I have the last questions. Does anybody have one last question?
No question. Okay. We have too many questions already. We cannot take more questions, unfortunately. We have exceeded almost 15 minutes. So they will ask all their questions on the WhatsApp group.
Okay, thank you, everyone. It was nice meeting you. We'll do this again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. God bless you. Really learned so much.
God bless you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Fabulous.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
I'll
you,
be in 20 seconds. Okay, so your goodbyes and your thank yous can come now.
I think this place is playing sloppy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I will contact you. I'll contact you, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I've learned a lot.
Thank you.